Ladies and gentlemen, this is Frank Donga. You are already listening to Boom Radio. Just leave the dial there. Settle down. Listen to it. Open your ear. Don't touch it now. Boom Radio, live and direct. Frank Donga in the building.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Dolupo, and I bid you a warm welcome to the bar today. It promises to be a very interesting one. It is Wednesday in the city of Lagos State, and it's in the 3 o'clock hour. We promise to give you everything: sports, entertainment, politics, and everything else in between. Today is not going to be any different. We're still going to be talking a lot about Mr. Farotimi's woes. Is the matter does not seem to want to go anywhere anytime soon. The German president is in Nigeria. I think got to Nigeria last night. So we're going to be talking about that. Also, the quite a number of things. There's an update from the U.S. Embassy to Nigerian applicants. We're going to be talking about that. Sports, Champions League March Day 6. Quite interesting games yesterday. Very interesting games. We're going to be talking about those ones and the ones that are still happening today as well. So sit back and relax and let us enjoy the show together today. My name is Dolupo once again, and with me in the studio is Shola Rogers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the BoomBar. Let's go.
Okay, so like I said, we're going straight into the show to this afternoon. First things first, for people that do not know, the German president is in Nigeria as we speak, is in Abuja. The last I think I checked up on that story, he is supposed to be in a closed door meeting with the president. So is on that note, I think from there he's supposed to now move on to Lagos State. So the man seems to have quite a lot on his plate in the number of days. I think he's supposed to spend 3 days in Nigeria. So we'll see. At least it's safe to say that it's not only that President Tinubu is going everywhere else. At least people are coming to greet him as well.
Abi?
That's it.
Well, that's a good thing for him as a politician, especially with all the opposition and the things that they've said and the things that they always highlight and play up. You know, there always seems to be some kind of nitpicking of everything that he does or wants to do, especially when it comes to the international community. And it's usually done by Nigerians. And, oh, he's a pariah. He was at the G20. He stood alone somewhere. Okonjo-Iweala did not greet him. You just hear all these things.
Yeah, we have
a lot of things that Nigerians don't get.
At times unnecessary things.
No matter what you say or do, this man is your president. There's nothing.
At least till 2027.
He's your president.
Let's just suck it up and
the
move
more
on.
you disparage him internationally, the more you disparage yourself. And those things have a ripple effect. You know, so again, him getting, you know, we're talking about top brass, a German president, you know, the German chancellor was here, the German president came through, Narendra Modi came through, you know, these are top countries in the world. You can't play around, you get. So Nigeria seems to be on the up, for me, in my opinion. Nigeria seems to be on the up when it comes to international relations.
On that matter, yeah.
That's my opinion, actually, about it. Another good thing about these things is that they always turn out to be like trade missions also. So beyond the ceremony of a state visit or a non-state visit, the results are the things that I always am on the lookout for. Former APC member, now social critic and commentator, the senator that gave out transistor radios 1 year like that.
Oh, what's his name?
I can't even remember. Was actually saying that, that all these foreign trips are actually paying off. You get. And the guy has afro like that. I can't remember his name.
You can't remember? You don't want to say his name?
I can't remember.
Yeah, right.
Force me to remember.
Anyway, still going on about this matter. Still talking about foreign, what's it called? Foreign envoys into Nigeria. Also, Abuja is also hosting defense and foreign affairs ministers of ECOWAS in Abuja as well. I can imagine how how the security in Abuja is right now. It's the kind of time that if you see anyhow, you do anyhow, you see anyhow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. There's an ECOWAS meeting that they're in.
Defense ministers.
Yes, defense and foreign affairs ministers.
Yeah,
of
it's
ECOWAS
actually
countries.
important that they have that. There is an increase in the number of conflicts across West Africa, especially, with the fundamentalists, the ones who claim to be fighting, for the Islamic cause. We all know that most of them are just basically fighting for themselves and trying to establish some kind of government or de facto government. Nigeria is not the only country in West Africa that is going through that. You get other countries that you don't get to hear a lot about, but it's actually happening there too. So these meetings hopefully would lead to some kind of joint action. I remember when we had the ECOWAS forces, when they came together. It cost Nigeria a whole lot of money though, but at least the results are there.
They were evident.
Yeah, evident.
Okay, still talking about all this, international relations. Since we're on the matter, the U.S. Embassy has now issued new directive for Nigerian visa applicants. So I had to read it up.
Yeah, immigrant visa.
Yeah, I had to actually read it up and what exactly are they saying? So I think this is a good thing because most of the time when you hear this or you see these headlines, most of the time it's always like there's one stringent rule that comes up. But however, what the U.S. Embassy is saying now that they're going to be if you want to apply, you're going to have at least 2 visits to the embassy. Now, the first one is supposed to be a meeting with the staff of the embassy to put you through or get you ready for the main interview. They're also talking about how they're also going to help you look through your documents to see what's left, what is missing, basically put you through so that by the time you're getting, at least they give you a heads up on a lot of things that you're expecting. And so by the time you come to the second one, second visit, which is supposed to be now the interview itself, it probably will be a smoother transition. So I'm guessing if this is according to what they say and they follow it, does that mean that there should be less denials?
Well, maybe that is what will be. We would be here to monitor that. But I think it's interesting that the U.S. Embassy put out this information. Again, know that a lot of people out there are masquerading as agents that they can help you get this visa.
Okay, very true. So that also cuts off a lot of those things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So maybe it's more or less like maybe they're saying this and saying, you know what, just come here, let's walk you through the process. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that for them, again, it's probably a way of filtering who is going to get the visa or not, because maybe when you come for that prep, they would have known if they're giving you or not. So maybe the second one will just be a mere formality, or they're just going to chase you away. It's better luck next time, But it's a welcome development. It's a good thing that they are saying you make 2 trips to the embassy in Lagos. So
now basically that's what it is. Now let's move on quickly and let's go to Mr. Farotimi's legal woes. Now why I said his legal woes is because as of yesterday, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, the issues that Mr. Farotimi had was basically with Mr. Afeba Balala. However, and then I think it was yesterday, that we're trying to clarify a lot of the cases, one in the Federal High Court, one in the State Court, both in Ekiti. Now, his woes have now moved not just from Ekiti all the way to Ibadan. As the state high court, I think the federal high court or state high court, I'm not sure, I would confirm, also now has two other people, not just one, two other people now that are now also suing him for defamation. Now, I did a little bit of digging, and I went to look for, okay, why are these people? Who are these people? And why are they suing him? So this person, the first one is Kehinde Ogunwumiju and Adebayo Adenipekun. No, however, both people are senior partners in Afe Babalola and Co.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
So it's a more of we're part of this, and Afe Babalola and Co. is the one that is being defamed. It's not just the name, is the chambers in itself. So what they're saying is that since they're senior partners of this, they're also being defamed in this matter as well.
Well, it's obvious that this matter is not about to go anywhere.
Ain't going nowhere anytime soon. It's almost like as if, if this Afe Babalola's eyesight does not work, you bring your own side to it. If this one, journalists are like, okay, you people really are doing a lot at this point. This man, the person of Kehinde Ogunwumiju, is actually seeking for 500 million naira in damages over defamatory statements about him in this book.
Look, it's looking like everything is piling up against Dele Farotimi. And at this point in time, it's going to be some kind of epic legal battle, because now he's going to be stretched to the point where he's appearing, or he needs to appear on his behalf, maybe lawyers, you get, in at least 3 courts now. And
4.
I said at least. It's English. At least 3 courts. I'm not trying to be precise. And the 3 courts are spread across Nigeria. Ekiti State, Oyo State, and Abuja, right? There's an Abuja case.
Yeah, I think there's an Abuja case, yes.
So from the look of things, it's going to be very, very epic. And, he has a groundswell of support now. A lot of people are really rooting for him and fighting for him. People say they are buying the books regardless and everything. And at some point, you start to think that maybe it's a good thing that they are buying the books, but
the way it's going,
if the injunction leads to some kind of judgment and the sales and royalties from that book do not go to him,
it still does. So you basically just what's it called? Buying the book now. If you're not careful, you're just enriching someone like an Afe Babalola. Anyways, BT616 says, Sola, we're both thinking it's pray this case doesn't kill the old man. 23k multiplied by 16 pounds. They want all the money made. They want all the money the book made online. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking at. Also, if I'm correct, there's also the an injunction already that is stopping the sale of the book at the moment.
They should make up their mind now. Shouldn't they let the book sell more so that they can make more? Nah, joke, I beg.
Okay, it's not looking good.
But to be honest, no matter how you look at it, defamation or assassination of character is not a small matter. There's a funny thing that's flying under the radar. The arrest of what's his name? This Speed Darlington guy.
Oh,
it's a very similar case.
He has still not been released. Yeah.
No, he hasn't been released, and from the look of things, he's probably going to spend Christmas with with some other people.
You are looking for trouble. So just to put it out there, the case about Mr. Adebayo Adenipekun is in Oyo State. The one with Kehinde Ogunwumiju is in Abuja, and the Afe Babalola's cases are in Ekiti State.
That's what I'm saying now.
It's
that's why I said it, that from the look of things, it's going to be stretched to the point where he has to, basically defend himself in this court and that court.
That's the way I looked at that. They're really just trying to,
Do you think that
go at him at all?
For instance, the two senior lawyers that have filed these cases against him, you think they couldn't have taken their case to Ekiti too?
Oh yeah. Do
you get?
Yeah.
But then there's one in
intentional.
Ibadan. There's one in
it's a very. That's why I said that it seems like it's a very strategic thing. And you know what? I will say it over and over again. I remember we're having the conversation with someone last night, and the truth is, if you cannot fight something and you do not have all the resources available to fight it, you cannot be fighting something you don't have the resources to fight. Because now, like we had gone, but let's go back to people going to beg. I saw headlines about how not just Peter Obi, that there are talks of how Obasanjo has been involved and all. It's supposed to be the man's best friend. Now, my question is, even if you beg the man, and doesn't withdrawing the case mean that someone like a Dele Farotimi had won? It means that he's laying credence to the fact that whatever he said was true.
Yeah, more or less, that's what you're saying.
Because I'm like, let's not even remove the fact that the man is an Ekiti man. Yeah. But let's be honest with ourselves. Whether you think that whatever Dele Farotimi wrote is true or not, my point is, for the man to withdraw those cases, the truth is you cannot. Is literally laying credence to the fact that what Dele Farotimi wrote was true. Simple and short. Which now calls to the question, not the person of Afe Babalola, calls to the question his whole chambers. Not just that, the whole Nigerian judicial system, the Nigerian Judicial Council, the Supreme Court. If our Supreme Court is denigrated, what do we now have?
Nothing, actually.
Nothing.
But my fear, again, that, Pa Afe Babalola is not a young man, is advanced in age. And I hope that, the stress, just like Peterman had pointed out, and it's a very important thing. Again,
you think the stress will kill Afe Babalola?
I'm not saying kill.
Stress him?
I don't even see I just feel that, again, look, would you pray, no matter the kind of life you lived in the past, even if you were a criminal or you were not, nobody in that ripe old age wants to have this kind of legal. So
maybe that is why the man feels the need to want to pursue it to the end.
Exactly, and that's why I'm worried for him. That again is something that he could have done without, if only this didn't happen. Again, I was saying it that there are some books that you could actually keep until
at least
the coast is clear.
Coast is clear. Anyway,
we didn't see anything go.
BT616 says that online obedient clout is fading gradually. Reality is setting in. Àwọn tó ní agun will soon say àwọn tó ní agun will soon say Adeogun more very soon.
Adegun.
Oh, okay.
Adeogun.
Okay.
I've heard that thing before.
I think I agree with you. I think that I saw a post of Mr. Showore literally going on it at someone like Peter Obi, and I feel that it's actually true. It's very counterproductive to go if you really truly believe in something, and it's a very interesting thing. Why we all know that 2023 after Babalola came, he was really into the Labour Party movement, the way Obasanjo was as well, and of course we know Dele Farotimi is also. So we'll say that is a Labour Party thing. Couldn't they have sorted it out in between themselves? However, it is, I would say that this is not about him being APC. It's about maybe being the father of the nation. When does someone like the president actually say something about it?
About what?
This matter.
How does it concern him? Oh my God.
He is president.
What? And that is his business right now. Is that why he was elected president?
Everything is his business. When you think about it.
Everything is his. And you should say something about Burna Boy's case with Speed Darlington too. No. Yeah, now let's go there. Honestly, you guys,
y'all just mean.
it's not about being mean. It's about being real. You're saying that because two individuals who are members of the same party, same caucus, same tribe, and the same profession, look at all the things they have in common, are going at each other, and these two individuals don't even like him. They call him out, they curse him out, and all of that. They don't have any good thing to say about him. He should now put his mouth and say what?
I don't know,
I say what exactly?
to-
I think you are trying to be funny. This is your own way of cracking jokes, Abi.
I'm not joking. I'm just.
Wait. That
It
a
seems
Nigerian
like
president.
it's a very, very
The president
messy
must be
matter.
jobless. It must be a jobless and issue. In fact, the day a Nigerian president puts mouth in this kind of thing, we should make sure that they impeach him or he should resign. Are you? National grid is crashing every 11 to 12 days. And it's now a matter of some people that want to sue themselves. In fact, it's joblessness. The day, look.
You are now angry.
No. Wait now. I even thought you were joking. I should tell serious. Yeah, you're really
joking.
serious. That
Yeah.
wait. That the president of the country will dabble into a matter that doesn't concern him because he's president. As what now?
As the father of the
Must be a
nation.
jobless president. Any
As the father of the
president that
nation.
does that should know that he will never win a re-election, because how does it concern you? People are hungry.
So
People,
I just going to let
dollar
people just.
and naira, they are fighting the battles of their lives at the
So
moment.
it's just going to just let them.
Why do we have
it.
laws? What do you mean, Dolupo? Why do we have laws?
I'm just saying.
Why do people have laws? Why do we have lawyers? You think lawyers don't have bills to pay to? You think they went to school to play? No, please. Let's not do that. Oh. It's none of his business. This is a family business. This is a family matter, and the elders of the family have stepped into it. Let them sort it out or go to court to sort it out. But please,
You people are mean.
what is mean about being truthful now? You are spinning this thing in a very terrible way. What is mean? What is mean? A man got up and wrote a story and says this is a true story. He didn't say it was fiction. He says this is the story of his life, and he put it out there, and he said, and he mentioned names. Then the president of Nigeria, being so jobless and useless and focusless, will now say he's getting involved. It must be. In fact, if I hear any spin, I will come out and defame this man. Let them come and carry me too. Because what do you mean? The president of Nigeria should put mouth in this. He must be jobless. People are out there on the street. They are shouting. People are looking for how to buy petrol. National grid is crashing up and down. Naira and dollar are fighting gidigbo. Then it is two people who are more or less on the same platform fighting themselves that the president should put his mouth in. Please, Mr. President, if people like Dolupo advise you, don't listen. They don't mean well for you.
Jesus
they don't
Christ.
mean well for you in any way. They don't.
Okay, BT616 says Obasanjo led the commando north of the Nigerian military and unalived over 1 million Easterners. Today is their hero. Sure, he can spend 18 months in prison supporting the Biafra. Today is a monster.
He's a bad man because he doesn't endorse what they endorse, and that's the truth. You know, and that's mob mentality. It shouldn't be like that. I think that the ideal thing, but it will never be, is that when you've lost an election, just plan for the
Walk
next one.
towards the next one.
Everybody's talking about the Ghanaian election. Look at what the vice president of Ghana, who is the presidential candidate of his own party, did not wait for the announcement by their electoral body. Their situation room told him, Oga, Charlie, meanwhile, we don't lose. And the man goes, I concede. And that's the way it should be.
So
And I know that
to-
Atiku and Peter Obi knew. They knew that they didn't win this election.
But we shall have
And
to,
they refused
we shall have to drag.
They refused to concede. Donald Trump refused to concede. And look at what happened afterwards. It's violence, it's chaos, it's mayhem. You know. And Nigeria would have just really.
But if you
started
concede that, how do you want to concede? If you concede, how will you go to court and say that?
That court
won
to
the
do.
election.
Okay, and when you went to court, did you say you won? Okay, wait.
But
The
it
same
sound like Peter B. had
Listen,
come out to say
listen.
that I won the election and I'll prove it.
And when he got to court, what was he proving? Pre-election matters. He never went to court to say he won an election. He never did. We followed that case here. And that's why I'm saying that at some point, politicians should stop deceiving their people. If I was in his camp, I've told him, Oga, let us quickly galvanize these people by telling them that, look, we will play the best opposition role that they have ever seen in preparation for our coming back in 2027. But in playing the opposition, you must be factual, you must be real. You are not selective about things that you talk about. The IPOB USB, the USB United States of Biafra Prime Minister has been in detention since. You have not said anything about it. But a case of defamation or alleged defamation or character assassination, alleged, a case is what you are on, that you are driving to Ekiti. People don't like the truth. And at this point, I'm not going to stop speaking the truth, the way I see it and the way I know it. And if you have better facts than me, please present it and I will concede. But asking the president of Nigeria to dabble into a family affair, it's wrong on all fronts. It's not even, it can't even be funny as a joke. Never.
Anyway, now moving on from that, since it's like, let me just keep quiet on that matter because before SR is you been punching out for SR to punch me. Anyway,
better thank God for this for the screen that is beside you.
This punch that will punch me. Just wanted to put all these out there. The NNPCL has uncovered 34 illegal refineries, 17 illegal pipeline connections in 1 week. We are wicked in this country. We are wicked.
For as long as the Nigerian military is treating this matter with kid gloves, for as long as the NNPCL and the Nigerian government will not invest in the technology that would fight and combat and stop this thing, we're always going to hear these cases. You know, you look at how in this so-called economy, in this Tinubu economy, everybody's complaining about the high cost of petrol. And so people are just burning money and flexing. Like, you look at them and you go and you want to try to be like them, my brother,
you will bend. Anyway, BT616 says Obi is losing major obedience on a daily basis. Lack of self-awareness, they worry him. Do you guys think Dele is happy with Obi's intervention? Attention whoring gone wrong.
It's a wrong intervention.
Yes, I think that it is for someone that wrote what he wrote and claims that he has evidence to it. I think it's counterproductive to want to go and beg on his behalf.
It's a wrong intervention.
Why would you?
The man wrote an entire
with
book
his full
about
chest,
something.
With his full chest.
And
he's not...
he stuck to his guns.
Yeah.
They've arrested him. If he was going to recant and beg, he would have started begging.
It would have now. That lady, you know that lady has gone to beg. She has written a whole official letter begging El-Rufai's son, Bello El-Rufai, that it was a mistake she made. Do you understand? People recant their statements when they see that it's like, But
Dele Farotimi is standing strong.
Standing his ground.
And I say, you might not like him, trust me, but I respect the fact that him, knowing the implications of what he was doing, went ahead to do it. Yeah. Because, look, you don't see how lawyers call themselves. They say they are learned colleagues. Where we know learned, that means say we no get brain, we no get sense. So now then get sense. So a person that has sense has written a book. What if he has proof? I'm not saying that what is done is right, and I'm not saying that they should not go to court. I'm just saying that what if he has proof? What if he has proof? So you now go and beg. Why? Why beg? Why beg on his behalf? You should at least try to see him, visit him, and ask him.
I know he visited him. He actually did visit him.
If he did visit him, did that one tell him, go and help me beg? You know that too?
No, that's why I'm saying that. At least he went to visit him. I'm just saying that it's just I don't think it would make sense. The arrangement does not look good. The man looks like someone that, and even if he doesn't look, for you to write such damning things about someone and publish it in a book, it's not just a write-up, it's a whole freaking book. You should know some of these things are coming to bite you in the behind. So I don't think begging is what they need is how to get someone like him to get the evidence that he needs to clear his name in court. That's it. That's basically it. Also, the Navy has concluded sea inspection exercise. They're saying that they're promising enhanced security. Also, just wanted to also put this out there. NAFDAC has recalled the Deekins Amoxycillin capsule batch. So I even saw a picture of that thing, and it doesn't even look like, I'm not saying that it's fake, but it looks fake. Like the capsule, like the way it looked, it looked funny. Am I the only one? Did you see the picture of it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so this is one right in front of you. Do you get? It actually doesn't look like it's good quality medicine in the first place. But apparently it has been around for a while, but it's this particular batch that NAFDAC has an issue with. So just want to put it out there. If you are taking Deekins Amoxycillin capsule, maybe you should look for something else at the moment. Also in Abuja, as we speak, the cargo airport, the five people have been rescued as a cargo plane skidded off the runway today. It was said that one of the tires had burst and it skidded off, and that part of the airport has been closed down because they now need to move. The crew members actually got injured. About 5 people got injured, but they're saying that there are no casualties, and they're trying to clear off so there's a bit of a delay of departures and arrivals, and all that.
Thank God that no lives were lost. It's not a good thing when people leave their homes and tell their family, "Oh, I'll be back," and they just never go back. Thank God that no lives were lost. And it's funny because I know that in aviation, they have checks and double checks and triple checks on equipment and stuff before you are allowed to fly. So you start to wonder at
those
times.
Things happen.
But that's why they are called accidents anyway.
Yeah.
But again, I hope it's not down to human error of any sort.
Or negligence. And all that. Now, moving on from that quickly, let's go all the way. The Senate has today declared Governor Okpeholo's seat vacant. He used to be a senator, and there was a valedictory service for him, valedictory plenary for him today in the Senate, and his seat is now vacant, meaning that is another by-election that is quite good. It's also going to be interesting. We'll be seeing who different parties are also now going to bring it up. That also puts a lot of drama. Okay, I think you have a question. BT616 says, "Excuse me, sir. Now human head day behind technology. Now human head day behind AI."
Okay, I'm sure that's in response to the pipelines and all of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's a way some other countries prevent these things. It's just our own super duper.
We shall have to do too much. So basically, there's like I said, that's the fact that seat is vacant now is now going to also bring up a lot of drama now, because now there's going to be a lot of horse trading, and because there's going to be elections very soon in that senatorial district. But before we leave the issue of Governor Okpeholo, there is a particular video that's been going around, and there's conversation about how the video was doctored or this and that and all. And I think I saw a video that was not doctored. Why? Because there were parts where, as much as he was trying to call out the the number of the appropriation bill, 2025 appropriation bill, there were times where he had said, I'm sorry, I'll say that again. This number is confusing. And the only thing that popped in my head was when I saw it, a friend of mine who's also a journalist sent it to me. And I said, see, this is why they say that you should employ professionals. And she was like, why? That's what you see. I said, I'm sorry. Why was that figure not written in words?
Yeah.
That would have solved all this matter.
Again,
like the best of us, even numbers can be a lot.
So
we're talking about 605 billion, something million. Do you understand?
Beyond words, Dolupo, why was there no rehearsal?
Yeah.
Why didn't they give him that speech before time and say, Your Excellency, this is the speech. Please
those are things that's what we ICO.
Get familiar with it and all of that. I'm
like, people, there are gaps, and and especially if you're a journalist, you read a lot, you read scripts, and you understand, things happen. And that's the honest truth.
Even to the best of us.
My question is, like you had said, I didn't even remember. Why was that thing not written in words? It's obvious with the way he was reading it, it was not written in words. Because if it's words, you are just reading, even if you made a mistake, but you won't call billion million, and you won't call 500 and when it's 600. Do you understand? And then there was no, and I'm like, so what are you people doing?
What are his own qualifications? And what is the minimum requirement to become a governor in Nigeria?
He was a senator, so I'm sure that if he was a sitting senator, he would have at least a bit of qualification. If you can be a senator, and I think you can be a governor. If I'm correct.
Okay.
So there's a reason you asked?
There's a reason I asked, because basically the bulk of the people that I've seen celebrate this video, and on the one hand, the APC supporters are saying that it's a doctored video, and they put out the original. Indeed, there is a doctored video making the rounds. But like Dolupo pointed out, even the undoctored one,
he made a mistake.
It still shows
so
that.
according to Wikipedia, this is just Wikipedia. So he is a graduate of business administration from University of Abuja, and also holds master's degree in policy and leadership studies from University of Abuja.
All right. So in essence, he is a graduate from the university.
Yeah, master's degree holder.
If he is a graduate from the university, as this Wikipedia page says, he should perform better when it comes to delivering speeches or presenting or whatever. And during the campaign, another video, which the APC also claimed was doctored, was making the rounds. And I saw the original of that one. It was indeed doctored, but basically, I don't know how he's going to wash himself clean in this matter of his lack of
learn how to
speak proper numbers. English and all of that. I think it's a big problem.
It was not, let's call it, that video, it was, you know what actually made me confirm that the one I watched was not doctored? Because he kept on apologizing. Do you understand? If those apologies were not there, we're like, okay, maybe they had cut this, cut that. But he was apologizing over it, and then he was like, oh, that is a mistake, or there's this. And like, in my head, I'm like, why is this thing all written in words? And like you said, why are there no rehearsals?
It's so many whys and whys. But again, I've heard people write and talk about how they believe, that is not the best that Edo could offer.
See,
and on the flip side, immediately, I've also seen people say that the few weeks he has spent as governor has shown that he's going to perform when it comes to infrastructural development and other things that they need to have in Edo State.
Okay, so this is something that, you had also said it today again. People need to suck it up. He's governor. except the court chases him out tomorrow, he's going to be the governor for the next 4 years. Get with the program. Let's stop with the he's not the one that he should have been there. He's the one that is there. That's what majority of people voted for. You move on with it. There are quite a number of governors that in my head I don't think they should even be local government chairman. Don't even let's go there. However, we get with the program. Which one do where do we start from? The dancing one? Or the demolition one? Do you get it? But it is what it is. There's nothing you're going to say that is going to change the fact that he's governor. Let's get with the program. My own is that this kind of nonsense gaffes, it just calls to the extreme unprofessionalism of his media team.
Yeah, again, my hope for the people of Edo State is that beyond his oratory or lack of oratory skills, that it turns out to be someone who is very big on governance and who would deliver the dividends of democracy.
Yeah.
Not stomach infrastructure now. We're talking about physical infrastructure. We're talking about, investments and all of that. Edo State is one of the most blessed states in Nigeria. They have virtually everything. They have agriculture, they have oil, they have all of that. So let's hope that everything works for them, And I pray that for the sake of the Edo people, that this governor will deliver.
It will deliver. Now, also moving on from that quickly, just want to put it out there. Police have arrested suspected terrorist financier and about 3 others for supplying security uniforms to bandits in Katsina State. And why this is very interesting, or why I'm a little happy with this kind of arrest, is that these are the things that these are the people at the back that do a lot of harm. It's not just about the ones that are carrying guns that they see that they arrest or kill. The person that is, or the people that are supplying uniforms to security uniforms to these people. Do you understand? The financiers and all that. Those are the people that actually need to be apprehended.
Yeah, because that's how you can curb these things. If you just keep fooling yourselves and you're getting the foot soldiers and the inconsequential ones, the pawns in the game, while the queen and the castle and the rook and bishops are still being shielded.
They're still. Also, Kano police have recovered a 129.5 billion naira in fake foreign currencies. So I saw a pictures of that thing. The colors of that thing, did you see pictures of it?
No.
Okay, so the pictures I saw, even the colors, they were looking funny. And honestly, I'm not sure that I've ever really gotten fake currency from anyone.
Lucky you.
I'm not sure I ever have. But I've seen a couple, and they actually look funny. So I'm not going to berate anybody and I'm not going to say that people are not smart enough. That's why they're getting paid fake currency. The honest truth is that these people that deal in these things, they know how to infiltrate some of these things. So Dolupo, I get it.
Dolupo, the car park of the international airport in Ikeja, at the airport in Ikeja, was a place where people actually used to change money one time like that openly.
Yeah.
And the tricks that those guys will pull, while you're there with your cash and everything, there's some hocus pocus, and before you know it, man, they'll just tell you that the dollar you brought is fake, and they give you,
especially when you've already given them the dollar without collecting your naira.
They now take their naira back from you. They make that they've already paid you, and they do all those things. So at times you cannot blame the victim in this matter, because trust me, the ones that are criminals are full-time criminals.
Really criminals. Yes, I agree with you. Anyway, so just wanted to also put that out there. Sadly, in Lagos State, there was a midnight fire that destroyed millions worth of goods at popular Alaba Ragu market.
It's that time of the year again, and this is a call to everybody, even us included.
The weather is really dry.
To be more careful. I was talking to a friend who also trades. He trades, and I can't even remember which market he was in. He said there was a fire in their own market. That was about 2 Saturdays ago, and that he just got some new goods and he lost everything to the fire.
Wow.
But that the person who gave them the goods on credit also lost too.
Whoa.
So maybe that's what they are still hoping, that the person would not start to fight them or get mad at them for, or whatever you get. So for me, I'm just going to beg all of us to be more careful, and again, hoping that we put in safety measures beyond always calling the fire brigade. It's good that we also have our first responders system in place, like your own fire. What's that thing called?
Fire extinguishers.
And you notice that all these estates that we live in, they don't invest in hydrants and OCs and all of that. And the ones
everybody before me
the one that have hydrant is to use to wash cars.
Oh Lord, you would even think that every like gated estate and all that will at least have like a mini fire station or something, but we'll see. We definitely would hope that these things get better. But the weather is not helping. We're in dry weather. Those things literally aid. This is time where they say that people should not have open fires.
Another thing, another angle to this, and again, I really feel for the traders who have lost money now, but we are not so big on insurance, and it's something that we need to start doing. Like I think insurance will be easier if all the people in a market actually pull their resources together. You know, and insure the entire market. You know, from fire hazards and
not even burglary. Those are things that are really common
because they have unions, they have market unions and stuff. And can't they just even come together?
So at times, I wonder, like, what are you now doing? What are you doing with your? And
they'll be telling them to pay this fine and pay that fine. But what about also getting like a group insurance policy or something?
Exactly. That makes sense. So just wanted to just put that out there. Now moving on quickly before we go. Okay, before we get to if we have time to do a bit of international stories, but let's do a bit of sports stories. So Champions League match day 6 started yesterday. Liverpool is still flying. Is still going on strong with flying colors. They're still topping the league at the moment. They still won all their games. They won that game 1-0. It was pretty difficult one. They almost would not have won that game. It was a penalty that won them that game. I think Salah had scored that.
You're sounding like you're not happy that Liverpool won. It's almost a personal thing for you.
I'm not, actually. I'm not.
Okay.
I can't wait for when they start dipping. Anyway, another very interesting one that I'm sure a lot of people were looking forward to yesterday was Atalanta and Real Madrid.
That was the biggest game for me yesterday, though.
That was a lot of fireworks. Interestingly, Atalanta lost that game at home 3-2. However, Ademola Lookman still got man of the match.
And he scored a beautiful goal.
He did score a beautiful goal. Real Madrid forwards, all of them decided to come to the game yesterday.
Project
Mbappe, Vini and Bellingham, they all decided to put their names on the scoreboard. I think that Mbappe is injured.
But I also think that there was some funny calls by the referee yesterday. Some penalties that didn't look like penalties to me. And the one that was penalty did not
penalty. He did penalty yesterday. But honestly, I think that Atalanta had a good game. It is Real Madrid. And I watched that game and I'll say that if not for Courtois, Atalanta would have won that game. They're not...
This Courtois, does he play for Atalanta?
No.
He plays for who?
Real Madrid.
Game over now. He did the job that he was playing for.
I was talking to Cornelius earlier today. I was talking about the game, but he says, it's actually something that people say that if you have Courtois on your team, you are sure that at least 50%, you are sure that game, you've won that game. I'm like, okay. Because that game could have ended maybe 5-2, or there were some badass shots from Atalanta, but Courtois decided to, like you said, do the job that he was being paid for, and he paid off for Real Madrid. They won that game away. Also, Bayer Leverkusen and Inter Milan. Not very interesting game. Not very easy game as well. But Bayer Leverkusen actually won that game also 1-0. It's Inter Milan, so that's not a bad game at all. Brest was also moving strong. They are one team that nobody saw them coming up, but they look like they're doing really well.
We don't see
they
Brest
also beat
I like
behind
Dolupo.
1-0. What is it?
I like the way you've introduced this team. You said Brest were moving strong, and there's a team that nobody saw coming, and I totally agree. We usually don't see it coming, but at times when you see Brest coming in their games,
I'm moving on.
Are we not talking football here? This Brest team, deserves to go to the top of the Champions League table.
Okay, all right.
They should be on top.
But they're not there yet, so we move on.
They will make it.
Well, okay. Can we move? Anyways,
is it a crime to support a team?
Sporting CP seem to really be dipping after the loss of their manager. Club Brugge defeated them 2-1 yesterday.
And if they still had Amorim, I'm sure it wouldn't have happened. There was just something about him and that team.
But the thing is that Amorim thing that he's doing, why is it not happening in United?
Did it happen overnight? You haven't heard him talk. It didn't happen overnight when he was at Sporting too. I don't like it when people talk like this.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're just saying that it's just supposed to come and he waves the wand and it was like a team that needs to clear out about 70% of their players.
Jesus, you
is what an Amorim will come overnight, mid-season, without buying a single player, and you want him to do magic. Crucial.
Anyway, Aston Villa won their game also yesterday. They beat RB Leipzig 3-2. PSG also won, beat RB Salzburg 3-0, and Bayern Munich beat Shakhtar Donetsk 5-1 yesterday. That was the game that had a number of
That's
goals.
where they will see them. be strong.
Anyone that you can beat, that you beat.
It's Shakhtar that they will, when they see Leverkusen now, they will run.
It will calm down. Anyway, today's games, it still continues as Atletico Madrid is going strong with Slovan Bratislava today. Lille is playing Sturm Graz. AC Milan is playing FK Savannah. Arsenal is playing AS Monaco. I think that one is one that a lot of people will be looking forward to watch.
Hoping that the young Arsenal guy would have a good game, since he's an Arsenal product. And now he plays for Monaco. Yeah.
Benfica and Bologna will be playing. Another interesting one that it will be interesting to watch today is Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona. Quite interesting games today. There's Feyenoord and Sparta Prague. Also, Juventus and Manchester City.
See, the thing is that we're hoping that the promo continues. And that Juve, let me not say we. I am hoping that the promo continues. The thing has made Guardiola swear off club football. He says,
you are making my head move.
He says that he's not, if he leaves Man City or when he leaves, he's not going to another club. That he would rather coach a country. Club football want to kill Guardiola.
He has made him change his mind. And finally, there's VfB Stuttgart and Young Boys. Those are the games that are going to be played.
That's
today.
the Young Boys that when they catch.
Don't be mean. Do not be mean.
When they catch Manchester United.
Do not be mean.
You know who is Young Boys inside them.
Don't be mean. You are just a mean human being.
Who is young?
Don't try it. Anyway, Saudi Arabia is set to be confirmed as host of the 2034 FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, and a lot of critics have started speaking. The Norwegian Football Federation is one of them, very vocal about the system that the football administrative people in Zurich, that's FIFA, have adopted. And look, the truth is, we all knew they were going to get it.
Yes, now. So, see, this is what. Oh God. BT616 says young boys against breasts. Laugh out loud. No.
That would be a game.
No.
That would be if.
No.
I think they will meet.
No, they will not.
They're going to meet.
No, they're not meeting.
They're going to meet.
No, they're not meeting.
Young boys versus breast would be a game. That would be a cracker. And Dolupo was talking about how breast was moving.
Anyway,
earlier.
actor Jamie Foxx has revealed that he was a stroke. Remember
we are moving
that?
from football.
Yes, I am moving from football.
No bad.
Remember there was 2023. He had a very huge medical scare. He was off for like a long time. It was hospitalized for a long time. He has now finally come out to say that it was actually stroke.
Yeah, there was a lot of secrecy surrounding what happened then. And again, when they're quick to say that family, they should allow them take care of him and that family and friends and blah, 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 So I'm sure the worst is over. And that's why he's comfortable talking about it now.
Yeah, he's out talking about it. I feel that at the end of the day, everybody needs to take care of themselves. The things that you hear... growing up, you hear that these like old people's disease. I'm not sure there's anything like old people's disease anymore.
A lot of young people are coming down with
a lot,
not like even people younger than him,
young like that. But people younger than.
I'm not talking about him. Go and check. Actually, Dolupo, very very young kids.
Yeah, they're really getting down with a lot of things. So at the point is that everybody just needs to be careful and watch the things that they do. Everybody needs to watch their health at the end of the day. On that note, that is all we take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the comments. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the BoomBar. Do you have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead?